Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I can't even take myself seriously. I sound so funny, and there is a reason I sound funny. I have recently received something very exciting in the mail. I'll get it. My Smile Direct box. Not gonna lie, I've been waiting a long time for this bad boy, and I thought it'd be a lot of fun for us to do this together and kind of go through this journey and experience it, anyway, raw, up front, right in front of you. So these are the videos I love to watch. I love to see people's real reactions and reviews to things that I'm actually thinking about spending a considerable amount of money on, right? So like I paid out front for these and they were about close to $1,900. So, you know, when you're spending that money, you want to make sure what you're getting is quality. This is my first impression. I am currently only on my first tray, so I haven't been doing it that long. So here we go. Let's start with the beginning. So I've always wanted braces, but because I was the child with the least messed up teeth, I did not receive them. My mom had 3 other kids. She was broke and got them braces first and just kind of left me hanging. I will say my teeth are not that bad. When I hit my adulthood, I was like, meh, you know, I can live with them, live without them. And then probably about a year ago, my husband had gotten Invisalign. He did not get Smile Direct. He got Invisalign through an orthodontist. I will say it was a lot more expensive, closer to $5,000, and it was a lot more of a process. He got all these things on his teeth. Anyway, yeah, so different process, but same story. We were just kind of sitting and chatting on the floor one day, and he was like, hey, you know, you should think about getting, we got on the topic somehow. He wasn't just like, hey, your teeth are jacked up, but he was like, hey, you should consider getting Smile Direct. And I was like, okay, yeah, thanks for approving it, because I have already been thinking about this, and I hopped online, so he didn't change his mind, scheduled an appointment for the next day. I scheduled an appointment for the Smile Shop. I did not do the impression kit. That was just like too much. I didn't think, anyway, so every review I've seen so far has been about the impression kit and not the actual clubs. So there were 2 clubs within like 20 minutes of me, so I don't think it's like that hard. I don't live in like a super populated area, so I don't think it's that hard to actually get to a Smile Shop. Scheduled it for the next day, and I went in, and not only was it free, but I also got a free whitener, so that was a bonus. And they went in, and they were like super nice, and I'm talking about like almost overly nice. Like by the time I left this store, the lady knew way too much about me. You know, I'm a nice person. I'm not gonna be like, why are you asking me weird questions? Amongst all this talking, she took a 3D scan of my teeth. They take this little wand, they get you to open your mouth, and they get all up in there and get your scan on a screen. They look at it and make sure it's good, and then they have to send it to somebody else to get a stamp of approval saying that you are eligible for Smile Direct. That takes about a week. So I went home, and a week later, they sent me I'm going to show you my scan. So this is the before and after of my scan. You can see it kind of like slowly moving around in there. You get like you get the top, bloop. You get the top and the bottom, and you can like see the before and after and how it changes. This is what got me really excited. When I saw this and I was like, okay, I see you. I see what my teeth is going to look like. Stamp of approval, go. I want this done. Because I went into the Smile Shop, they told me that my order would be here in 3 to 4 weeks. About the 3rd weekend, I got an email saying that scratch that because of, you know, what's going on in the world right now. It's going to be 4 to 5 weeks. And then about the 4th week, I went online and saw that Smile Direct had posted something saying that nobody was getting their orders until about 5 to 6 weeks. It was agonizing. It was so agonizing. I waited so long. Just kidding, I'm being really dramatic. Yes, it did seem like a long time considering that I thought I was going to get them 2 weeks before I actually got them. The beginning of the 6th week, they finally came, and they arrived in this lovely blurple box. Yes, this color is actually blurple. They let you know that when you go into the Smile Shop. And it, you know, is packed full of some nifty things. Mine is pretty much wrecked because I already have rubbage through it, but, you know, you get a bunch of instructions up here, a little welcome card. This is my 2nd tray. Anyway, yeah, so you get all this stuff. I'll go through it later. Actually, I'll just go through it now, but I just don't want to hold this box up here. It's getting a little obnoxious. So you get your retainer tray. It also has a mirror, which you don't think you need, but you actually do. Beep, 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 beep. Chapstick. It's a cute little ball. And, you know, it's like kind of like vanilla beanish. It's kind of nice. You're gonna need that too. Trust me. They thought about these things. A 6-month free whitening kit, which I used the whitener before. It's pretty good. You put this on a like blue light tray that I got before I received my package, and you set it in for 5 minutes. And that's what I really like about this. It's only 5 minutes, and you just spit it out and you're good to go. And I thought it worked pretty well. You ever played those games where like you put the thing in your mouth and you can't talk? That's this. You put this in there and you take a picture every 90 days and send it to the doctor, and they look at it and make sure everything is going smoothly. Little fizzies that you can like clean your aligners with. This is kind of gimmicky because they only give you 4. And you can only use them once. So you have to repurchase these if you want more. I haven't used one yet. You only have 4, so use them sparingly. 2 of these guys, which we'll discuss later. Yes, this is a file. We will also discuss this later. Hey, this box is just so big. It's like overwhelmingly large. When you dive a little deeper into your box, you have 2 choices. You can either pull your aligners out of here. Like when you first get it, I've obviously like rubbaged through mine, but when you first get it, you'll have a little liner hanging out like this, and you can pull it out, and the next one will like ribbon with it. I went ahead and looked at my lash tray just because that's the kind of person I am, and so mine's not quite like that. But you get all your aligners at once. Ta-da! There's all my aligners. I'm on a 6-month program, so I have 19 trays. I wear my tray 1 and 2 for a week, and then 3 and 4 for 2 weeks. So yeah, it's a weird cycle, but they do have something on their site that helps you remember when you should switch your trays, what tray you're on, how long you have. So that's handy if you're really not good at remembering, but I promise you, you're probably going to be really excited, and you're probably going to remember when to switch your tray. And of course, the first thing I did was brush my teeth and pop the bad boys on. I was expecting them to go on. Oh, I forgot something. You also get this thing, okay? I'll show you this later too. Expecting them to just like pop on because they're your teeth, right? You would think that they would just go on. No, they're actually very difficult to get on because they're moving your teeth. So it's not the exact print of your teeth. So I had to really push it in there, and it did hurt for about like a day or 2, right? It was uncomfortable. I wouldn't say like hurt. I guess it depends on your pain tolerance. That's where this kind of guy comes in, because you have to take your trays off to eat and drink anything but water. You can take this little hook guy, and I don't use this right now because I don't really need to. I've been wearing these for a couple days, so they're like, my teeth are starting to get used to them. When you first get them on, they're pretty tight, so I just take this, you hook it on to the top, boom, you pop it out. I will say the one thing that I noticed pretty much right away was why they put this in your box. Because your mouth is going to be jacked up. They did not take everything off the edges. So you're going to have to do some sanding, you know, and kind of fine tune it to what your mouth needs. I have some overcrowding issues. I don't have a lot of bite issues or anything like that. So I don't have an underbite or an excessive overbite. So I don't know exactly what Smile Direct would look like for people like that. But I do have, and I'll show you. I do have a little bit of overcrowding. I don't know. Sorry, that's really gross. There's like spit everywhere, but I don't know if you can see that, but the bottom is extremely overcrowded, and the top is also a little overcrowded, but I know that my top is pretty much straight, but there's a little bit of tweaking that they're going to do. Obviously, you're going to talk with a lisp. If they are really tight, and you should be doing this a little bit every time, but if they are really tight, that's where this guy comes in. I remember when my husband had his Invisalign, they had given him like a poop ton of these, but they were cotton. So like he would use them and then he would throw them away. And he went through so many of them. So I really appreciate that they used silicone in this, because I only get 2 and I can reuse them for as long as I want. And what you do with this is you literally chew on it. So, and all that does is it like sets them on your teeth a little bit more. And you can chew on this for as long as you feel that, you know, whatever, however long you want to. You can chew on it like a piece of gum. I'm only on my first tray, but you will see my 3-month process, since it's a 6-month process, and also my final process. And then maybe you can decide whether you want to do or try out Smile Direct. Yeah, so that's all I got. But these are the videos I love to watch when I'm gonna spend a lot of money on something like I've already done. You want to make sure that you're, getting your money's worth. You guys, please like the video if you like what you're watching. Hit subscribe because it really supports my channel, and hit the notification bell because you and I will know when the next video is out. Have a great day.